Hi everyone, Esther here from Estherastrohealing. Today I wanted to make a video about very important 21 days. We are right now inside of this 21 days. They called in Hebrew Ben Hametzarim. These 21 days it start from 17th of Tamuz, which start last week, and end at 9th of Av, Tisha B'Av. This is very, very important 21 days. I would say probably one of the most important days of the whole entire year. Every year we have them. And I can explain to you a little bit more in depth how they connect to both sign of Cancer, Tammuz, and sign of Leo, Av. I will go a little bit more with details, so just bear with me. I will explain information from Zohar and as well mostly from Sefer Yetzirah, Book of Formation, Book of Creation as well. And to kind of to make it a little bit more easy for you, and perhaps you will appreciate more this 21 days was given to us by Creator. It actually says in Talmud and as well in Zohar, these 21 days of negativity, as we know in Kabbalists do not call anything really negative. It's the 21 days of opportunity was given to us. They were actually exist before the creation. And they was given to us in order for us to complete our job, why we came here in the first place and why the planet of Earth was created, in order for us to really practice what is to be creator and to go from really low stage of creation and to become really like creator to the highest level of the soul we can become. So what really are righteous is well explained is 20 days, 21 days of negativity. First of all, let's understand what is 21. 21, it's connect to our world. If you divide by 3, it's 7 days, 7 day of the week. So what is this? We have a 3 weeks, which is 21 days, and they represent 3 column energy. They represent a right, left, and center column energy. So this is not just number 21. This 21, it's, as we know, anything connect to Kabbalah, anything connect to cosmic energy. It has a deeper explanation. And we need to, in order for us to understand the seed, we need to tune in and to understand why this was given to us and how it's all connect to our daily life, right? So we want to connect to these 21 days. So from Kabbalistic point of view, some of us take these days it's actually it's a tradition. In tradition, it's called minhag. In Hebrew tradition, it's called minhag. But what is really minhag? It comes from the root of word minhag, which is tradition. It's nahag. And as well in Hebrew, we know nahag is the driver. So this is the minhag, the tradition. Kabbalists never use anything as a tradition, but as a driving force of the knowledge, right? And remember, lead naeg as well. It says as well, the students of Rav Akiva, those of you who study Kabbalah, understand who I'm talking about. Rav Akiva was one of the higher souls who ever exist. He had 240,000 students, which has died during the period of time of months Zav, months Taurus. And one of the reasons they all die because they had literally lack of respect toward each other. So, and this is, I'm just going to throw this information and explain to you why I mentioned Rav Akiva and why I mentioned the tragedy, what's happened during the months of Taurus, and it's during the period of time of Omer, which is the 49 days of negativity we have as well, and we're working on ourselves, and there's another really deeper meaning. But these 21 days and the 49 days of Omer and 21 days of Ben Hametzarim, they connect from the one same seed is the respect, is the love, is the appreciation to one another. So I'm gonna go right now a little bit more in depth. Let's talk right now about months Cancer. So you can see right now in my screen, you have months of Cancer. In Hebrew, it's called Tamuz. And what's really, really amazing and what's really important to understand, you can see Tamuz. And Tamuz made from three different combination of energy. Tam in Hebrew called completion, complete. And what's really amazing, you know, the Tammuz, in order for the sign of Cancer to be exist and for us to come to time to sign of Cancer, first we needed to go through months of Taurus and months of Gemini. And in the word Tammuz, we have the first three letters Tam, completion, and the last two letters we have Av, which is came from Vav, came the Vav and Zain. So, you can see the Het made from two letters. It's made as well. It's really important. I'm going to explain as well the connection of the letter Het as well. So Vav and Zain. So we have a Taurus and Gemini. So before months of Cancer come, we need to go through the months of Taurus, and we have to go through months of Gemini. Again, I've explained to you why I have to come back to Gemini and Taurus in order for us to be prepared and understand the energy of months of Cancer. Tremendous energy of months of Cancer. So from the Kabbalistic point of view, we need to understand the seed of the seeds, right? In order for us to connect and to be in total control of current cosmic events, which is really, really important. So what's happening here? What is the months of Taurus? The months of Taurus, it's extremely important months, because this is the months which is, it's represent right column energy. And it's very special months because it's in Hebrew called months, Taurus called ER. And what's happened during these months, we really given energy of healing during the months of ER, months of Taurus, right? Like I mentioned, what's happened with, and at the same time we're going through energy of Omer, which is another 49 days of negativity. To those of you who just joined my channel, and this is completely foreign information for you, I'm sorry, there's a little bit more advanced video for people and for students who really more understand the holidays and how these cosmic holidays connect to the Kabbalistic cosmic events as well. So what is what is the Taurus and Gemini? So from the Kabbalistic point of view, we need to be to get the seed of the seeds, like I said, in order to connect and understand, to be in total control of the current cosmic event we're right now at. We can prepare for the 9 of Av. Right now, this is the whole 21 days was given to us in order for us to arrive on the 9 of Av, Tisha B'Av, which is one of the most important days of the year. It's the day which is it's the most negative day of the year, and then the afternoon it's become the most positive day of the year. So in order for us, it's like almost you can compare as an athlete, athletic person and athletes, you preparing for to go to Olympics. You cannot just arrive to Olympics without preparation. It's take years to to prepare, to be really capable to arrive to the moment when you can really show your skills and to be strong enough and to really to prove to yourself then yes you can bring yourself to a certain stage, then but it's required preparation. Same thing here. In order for us to arrive to Tisha B'Av, to 9 of Av, these 21 days extremely important days. This is the days where we really need to overcome a lot of obstacles, to really understand a lot of things, especially because the energetically as well, this period of time, it's not easy as well. So this is why to study, to spiritual knowledge, right, this period of time, it's almost like should be part of your breathing system. So let's connect to letter Het. Okay, I want to show you something. So letter Het is actually built of two letters, right? And it's built of letter Vav and letter Zayin. So and letter of Vav, it comes from the right column energy, and letter of Zayin, which is represent Gemini, comes from left column energy. So the both of Taurus, which is Yar, and Gemini, Sivan, which is Sivan, Gemini in general, is represents central column energy, which is the month was given to of the Torah. This is the very important month as well for us to connect to the highest level of light as well, right? So those 2 months was really they almost like was been given for the energy of Cancer to be created. So if you look at the energy of Cancer and you understand the months of Cancer, it's tremendous, tremendous energy. Anyone who born as a Cancerian, or you have a moon or rising in Cancer, a very, very important planet, it's such a high level of responsibility to carry this energy, because it's not just you have a planet, the moon, all force of energy of the moon, the fluctuation of moon, the change of moods, and this energy to handle, it's really not easy. Plus you have the other 2 months of Taurus and Gemini coming playing part of the Cancer. So you ask yourself, wow, it's now you understand the Cancerian, what is really to be Cancerian. Some of us sometimes judge Cancer people. We say they're too sensitive, or they too sometimes too intuitive, and sometimes they disappear. They have this disappearing act, which is they mastering really quick. If something they don't like or they don't feel comfortable, they just close themselves. But the highest level of Cancer, it's so much light inside, so much light. We all becoming Cancerian during this period of time. So what's happening right now on the cosmic energy? What's happened? The letter Het built from Vav, right? Like I said before, it's Gemini, and then it's built with Taurus, and the effect of Vav and Zayin combined together, we're getting the Sartan, the Het. So Tamuz, the completion of Vav and Zayin. So according to Zohar, which is this is the months connect to, for example, the months of Gemini, and as well in the months of Taurus, Ziv, which is ER, which is, sorry, months of Taurus, which is connect, it's called months of Ziv, it's months of light. So we have a month of light, and then we have a Gemini, which is Zayin, and Gemini connect to central column energy. It's the balance. So we have a light together with balance. Those 2 months get into the months of Cancer. So this is where we are right now. So this is really, really important. And we're getting, so, and it's, the months of Cancer really represent, if you think about completion, shlimut. In Hebrew, we have a word, shlimut, shalem, complete. So this is really what months of Cancer represent. You cannot hear this in any astrological channel. This knowledge I'm sharing with you, it's come from really ancient Kabbalistic knowledge. The Kabbalistic knowledge was given before the creation. Any religious, any spirituality appear later, the foundation, it's Kabbalah, likabel, to receive. This is the foundation, this is the law of creation. So now we will look at the months of Cancer, these 21 days of, so to say, negativity, opportunity. Now we understand why we have such a tremendous energy. We have those two forces came intact together, and they come with the word tam, complete, Tamuz, then we have Vav, and we have Zayin, which is another two signs came in playing, which is, again, I'm going to repeat myself. The Vav represent, come from Taurus, represent balance. And then we have a Zayin, which is Gemini, came from the central column energy, because the Gemini is the center of the center, right? Because remember, each sign represent right, left, and center column energy. So Gemini represents center column energy. By the way, one of the most important months as well. This is, I made so many videos. I explained about Gemini. I'm going to create another video, which is only will be talking about Gemini from Kabbalistic perspective. So let's again understand what Kabbalists trying to how they're trying to prepare and to explain to us what really we need to do and behave during this 21 days. So now is a very powerful month. It's contained energetical fourth of the two previous. And what's happened, because the with 21 days fall on two signs. It's called fall on Cancer and it's fall on sign Leo, which is another very important point we need to understand, because Leo represent by sun. It's the only a sun was given only to Leo. So you will say the same thing. Leo, why every time when we deal with Leos, when we, those of us who Leo, if you're born as a Leo sign, if you have a moon or rising in Leo, you will understand why those people, when they appear in the room, you feel the superior, you feel the greatness, you feel the nobleism, if Leo really work on himself. Otherwise, one of the heaviest thing for Leo to overcome is the pride, because Leo, one of the klipot, one of the tikkun in Hebrew, the correction for the incarnation, for Leo, it's number one, the pride, because Leos, they are givers. It's like a sun. They love to give, to shine. And Leos really came to this world to learn how to receive, and as well how to balance with the pride. Because every time when we run for the pride in respect, it's run from us. As soon we don't care, it's come to us, right? This is another thing. So the gracious Leos, they know what I'm talking about. And you don't need just to born Leo. Like I said, you can have a rising, you have a moon, and you really can feel this energy. And those of us who, if you're right now in your progression chart, in progress chart, you in Leo, you feel this energy. If your solar, I really recommend, if your birthday is coming every year, to do your follow-up solar chart. It's extremely important to be more prepared, to be more aware what energies you should experience this year, how to deal with them, and how to direct your own energy. So this is why the solar chart extremely important to have at least once a year as a follow-up. And if you never done your chart, definitely do it. Find the astrologer your trust, and it can open for you completely new doors, new understanding who you are, the talents you're born, how navigate your own energy inside, instead to go against your energy, start to work with your own energy. There's so much you can see inside of your natal chart, so many secrets, so many revelation you can do. We can struggle all our life, and I have so many clients, students, and friends, after just one reading, there's so many things they put together and they understand themselves. So this is for our spiritual process extremely important. So where end up? So the Cancer and Cancer, which represent Moon, and Leo represent Sun. Both of signs was in the middle of 21 days of Ben Hametzarim. So these 21 days, it start in 17 of Tamuz. So what is the 17 in Hebrew? 17 in Hebrew numerology is 17. It's a word tov, good. So you will think, how come the 21 days of negativity of Bnei Hametzarim start on 17 of Tammuz? How the 17? Why in 17? It's the polarity, the contradiction, but the spirituality, it's all about contradiction. And the same moment we can see it's bad, it's actually the best thing can happen to us if we know how to transform and to reverse. It's not about to cancel. Nothing we need to cancel inside of us. We don't need to remove, we need to transform. It's like a cancer in the body. We're all born with cancer cells. We cannot remove them completely. What we need to do in order for cancer cells not to be activated in our body, we need to know how to transform. It's all about transformation. Every moment, Every morning we wake up, it's up to us how we open to transform and to receive the new information and to use the wisdom in a very simple way, not to complicate things. It's not about complicate. What I'm explaining to you, yes, I'm using numerology and I'm trying to put things together just for you to understand how everything in tune, how everything is connected to each other, nothing coincidence, everything's so beautiful. So the 17, and look what's happened. So the 21 days start on 17th of Tammuz. By the way, today it's the 27th of Tammuz, which is Hilula, that University of Yosef the Righteous, Yosef Atzadik, Yosef the Righteous. And it's really awesome. I realized if you think about it, so it starts in 17th of Tammuz and it's finished of 9th of Av. And what is the 9th of Av? First of all, Av in Hebrew, father, right? Av, which is Av, it's the name of months of Leo, and it's the same name we use for father, Av. And what is the 9? 9 represent the Sphira Yesod. If you know Tree of Life, I use in many of my videos, we have a 10 Sphirot. The 9th Sphira, before the last 10 Sphira of Malchut, it's called Yesod. And what is the Yesod represent? Yosef Sadiq, the Yosef the Righteous. Why? Why Yosef connect to Yesod? Because Yesod, it represent the production organs as well. It's the restriction of sexuality. And Yosef, on top of he's the righteous who control energy of Yesod, which is energy of sustenance, is the money, because sustenance is not just money, sustenance is the completion of the whole entire world. So today we actually connect to Yosef Tzaddik, we connect to Sphira Yesod, we connect to the completion, to sustenance of the whole entire world. And Yesod complete is well connected to our production organ, sexual organ. And what Yosef did, he accomplished the sexual he overcome the sexual he knew how to restrict the moment the wife of Potiphar came, and she was one of the most beautiful women at the time in the world, to restrict. When the moment he saw her, it says in the Zohar, the moment he felt desire for her, in order for him to restrict and overcome this energy, because it wasn't it's not about the appropriate, because sexual energy is one of the heaviest klipot, but the most elevated thing we came to overcome. He saw the face of Yaakov, his father, and this is what helped him to overcome this energy. And this is the moment when he received the kingship, the ownership of Sphira Yesod. And look what's happened next. It's really, really interesting. The letter Tet, numerology of letter Tet, it's 9. And it's actually represent sexuality as well. And it's absolutely, look how everything really connected. We have a 17 of Tammuz, represent word numerology Tov. Then we have 9 of Av, which is the 9, it's Sphira Yesod, it's connected to Yosef Tzaddik, and it's connected to the letter Tet, which is create Leo. Look how beautifully everything connected, how everything was given to us when we study, when we put things together, not in order just for us to have a nice, complex conversation and to look smart, and to really use daily to understand how everything perfectly was put in astrology. Is not just we're just talking about different zodiac signs, and to understand what's going to happen today and tomorrow and what today. It's to be in control of this energy. But in order for us to be in control of zodiac signs, we need to understand the seed, how they were created, what is the reason of the creation, what is the explanation, by meditating on the letter, by visualize them inside of us. This is the moment when we start to be in control. And I have to tell you, when I study every year, when I study the preparation for Ben Hametzarim, and understanding in more and more deeper level why this 21 day was given to us, they were exist and created before creation. I know to some of us, to some of you, it sounds a little bit like a, Pulp Fiction movie or scientific movie or something, but really, what's happened behind this scene, what not obvious to us, it's extremely important to understand. And it's almost like a paradox, if you think about what is really nine above. Nine above, a lot of negative things happened. Two holy temples was destroyed. Nine above, the Spanish Spanish um, inquisitions happened during nine above. There's a list of things you can Google. So many things happen on nine above. So the first, at nine, before nine above, we connect into the special prayers. We read in Echad, and we don't eat during this day. We don't wear leather shoes. There's a list of certain restriction on 1%, which is connected to 99%. But what's happened the afternoon? Afternoon, we can say Chag Sameach. And you will think, how come? The most negative day, it actually says in the Zohar and Talmud, is the only day belongs to Satan, to other side. But then afternoon, it's completely transformed. We can say Chag Sameach because it's the day, it says, then Mashiach, final redemption, the seed of Mashiach in final redemption will be born on 9 B'Av, 9 of Av. Right? So it's such a, it's truly paradox of two extremes combined in one day. But in order for us to bring our energy, our final redemption, because we're all responsible, and those of us who consider ourselves Israelites, and to have a level of soul of Israelite, it's such a high level of responsibility. It's when Israelite behave not well, when there's no respect to other people, not love, consideration. This is the biggest destruction, because we have to remember the destruction of Holy Temple has nothing to do with the foreign. It was created by Jews, by Israelites, for the lack of respect, of the fight, of the lack of human dignity to each other. This is what's happened. This is us, nobody to blame. So if you consider yourself a higher conscious individual, and you consider yourself as Israelite, those of you to understand what I'm talking about, you connect to what is the word Israelite. Yaakov receive new name. He have two names, right? The Yaakov Avinu. He's a Yaakov and he's Israelite. And the moment when he was fighting with other side, before he was supposed to meet his brother, he fight with according to Sefer Yetzirah, he fight with the two nodes, south and north node, which is the main tikkun according to Kabbalistic astrology, one of the most important things you can see in your chart. And when he knew how to overcome, the Satan himself gave him the name Israelite. In Israel, which is contain all our prophets and fathers and all the energetical force from the 10th Sefirot, as well from the 7th Sefirot, before start with Chesed to Malchut. So I hope this information in great service to you. I want to finish with one thought, which is we all need to understand and remember every moment, every opportunity, especially cosmic opportunity like this one for 21 days we have. This is the most important opportunity for us to understand the creator within ourselves. What is really, how powerful we are. And our power starts from very small actions. How much we're available for another person, how much we can, at the moment is more uncomfortable, and moment is hard to restrict, we restrict. The moment it's hard to open our heart and consider other before we consider ourselves. The moment of respect, the moment to let other person to be heard and to hear his opinion, his what his feelings. This is the exactly what is required of us. Nothing else. It's really not that complicated. Believe me. So I wish all of us many, many blessings. wish myself to, and to all of you guys, then we will be strong enough, spiritually strong, light warriors. We know every moment, every second of where we're going. Because what's happened when you know where you're going, when you know the end of the tunnel, it's only light, it's really not complicated. Then the moment you understand this really, you cannot compromise. Because for the spiritual individual, there's nothing worth than to compromise. Because when you compromise your spirituality, this is the moment when you really lost the battle. Okay, so much love to all of you. Bye bye.